Okay, Pulau Pinang, paper 1. Alright, so let's start. I already started the soalan for the first 3 questions. So, okay, let's start. Number 1, given 1/2p and 1/2q are roots. What is roots? Roots is the x. Okay, roots means x. It means the answer. Okay, these are the answer. Okay, roots means answer. So this and these are roots of quadratic equation. 2x squared minus 3x plus 1 equals 0. Okay? Form another quadratic equation with this and this as the roots. First of all, you need to use the SOR method on this equation first. Okay? Do the SOR method. So how to do? I already said roots means x. So the x is 1/2p and the other x is 1/2q. And what you do the SOR method. Remember, form equation mesti guna SOR. Okay, mesti. Alright, it's always like that one. Okay, so what you do? Sum of root is negative b. Product of root is the c. Right? But class, saya ada pernah mention before doing SOR, awak punya a mesti apa? Mesti positive 1. This is very important. Your a has to be positive 1 before using the SOR method. Sebab tu saya kosongkan baris ni. That is why can you see I leave a space here? Why? It's because I want to divide 2, divide 2, divide 2. So what is your sum of root? Negative b. And when I say b, it means the b of this equation. What's the b of this equation? Negative 3/2. Okay? The product of root is the c. So what is the c of the equation? 1/2. Okay, if you write 1, is it correct? No, of course no. Okay, you will get the wrong answer. If the sum of root you write negative 3, salah lah, salah. You have to make sure a dia part 1 dulu. So this is how you do it. And then the sum of root means both add together. So tambah 1/2p tambah 1/2q. And 1/2p actually you can also write it like this, p/2. And 1/2q you can also write it like this, q/2. It's the same. Negative nanti jadi positive 3/2. Nampak tak sini over 2. So kalau semua sudah over 2, you don't have to write it. Just write p plus q equals to 3. And that's all. That's your first equation. Okay, why I call it the first equation? Because there is nothing I can do anymore. There's nothing I can do. Because there's 2 unknown. So it means that from my product of root here, I'll get my second equation. Then I do simultaneous. Oh, excuse me. Product of root is c. Product of root means you take the p/2 times with the q/2. So you get pq over 4. Sorry, here you should write 1/2. And then next line you write pq over 4 equals to 1/2. Okay, the 4 I can hantar, right? So it becomes what? So it becomes pq equals to 4 times 1/2. 4 times 1/2 means 4 divided 2. And you know 4 divided 2 is 2. So this is your second equation. So equation 1, equation 2. Now can I use simultaneous? Can I find p and q? Yes, I can find p and q. How? By substitution, right? By using substitution. What you can do here, you can find p here and then substitute inside here. Ataupun you nak cari q boleh juga. Can also, it's up to you. Right? So let's say I find p here, it will be 3 minus q, and I call this equation 3, and then I sub 3 into 2 lah. Alright? So let's do it here. Sub 3 into 2. And you know the second equation is pq equals to 2. So pq equals to 2. And you know the p you substitute with 3 minus q. So let's put a bracket here and write 3 minus q equals to 2. Like this. Expand. So what's q times 3? 3q. What's 3 times negative q times 3? Negative q squared equals to 2. I can see that this is a quadratic equation. So quadratic equation means how many answers will I get? 2, right? Possibly 2 answers. So I need to change it to general form and factorize. So what is general form? General form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. 1z equals 0, 1z equals 0. Okay, I can see that the q squared I have to write first, but it's negative. I don't like negative. So I don't like it. So can I make it positive? Yes. Move to the other side. Plus 3q, move to the other side. The 2 just having. Q squared minus 3q plus 2 equals to 0. Factorize. So you get 2 answers, right? 2 and 1 minus minus. So q equals to 1, q equals to these two values, substitute back into the third equation, right? So P equals to 3 minus Q, and then the other one is also P equals to 3 minus Q. Okay? And the Q is what? 1 and 2. So 1, 2. Okay, what's 3 minus 1? 2. What is 3 minus 2? 1. Okay? So for this, it will be P equals to 2, Q equals to 1. Alright? When Q equals to 1, P equals to 2. For this one, it will be Q equals to 2, but the P equals to 1. But I want to ask you, are they the same? P2Q1 and P1Q2, are they the same thing? Yes, they are the same. They are the same. Why? Look here. Form a quadratic equation with these two roots. So it means that I need to stop here and I need to do a new SOR. And this SOR, the roots will be let x equals to 2 over p squared, and the other x will be 2 over q squared. And then what you do? You do SOR, right? You do sum of root and you do product of root. Because you want to form an equation. And I want to ask you, the P here I need to masuk 2 1 ke 1 2. Sebenarnya you masuk both also you get the same answer. You know why? Because sum of root means later you have to add these two numbers together. So if you tambah these two numbers together, 3 plus 2 and 2 plus 3, are they the same? Yes. Sama saja. So you both also you will get the correct answer. For the product of root, it's also the same thing. You want, it doesn't matter the P and Q which one you masuk, because later you multiply these two numbers together. So same lah, 3 darab 2, 2 darab 3, they are the same. So I will show you how we do 2 over P square plus 2 over Q square. You nak masuk 2 1 ke 1 2 is same, it's sama saja. You tulis ini 2 1 2 sama saja. Because in the end you add them together. So it doesn't matter 2 over 1 or 2 over 2 square ataupun 2 over 2 square plus 2 over 1 square, you will get the same answer. So it's the same. Okay, here will be 2, here 2 square is 4, so it's 1 over 2. So here will be 5 over 2. What if you tak ambil sini 1, sini 2? You ambil sini 2. Like here you letak 2 here, letak 1. Will you get the same answer? Yes. Okay, yes. Okay, you can try it if you want. Product of root 2 over P square times 2 over Q square. You want to put 2 1 ataupun 1 2, sama saja. Let's say I put 1 2. Okay, 1 2. So what is 1 square? 1. So here is 2 lah. What is 2 square? 4. So 2 over 4 is 1 over 2. So here will be 1. Okay, because potong already. What if you write 2 1 here? Will you get the same answer? If you write 2 1? Yes. Okay, you get the same answer. Okay, now I already know what's my equation. What is my equation? Okay, right here. What's my equation? My equation will be x squared. Don't forget the sum of root is the negative b, and the product of root is the c, right? So sum of root is 5 over 2. But when I put it in, I have to tukar tanda. I have to change the sign to negative. Maksudnya kalau sini negatif, saya akan tulis positif. Tapi sini positif, so I tulis negatif. And don't forget to write the x, and then plus 1 equals to 0. Maksudnya for c you don't have to change the sign, only for sum of root, because sum of root is negative b. So that's the answer already. Okay, actually you stop sini pun already can already. But usually kalau saya nampak fraction, I always try to hilangkan the fraction. Tapi tak hilangkan pun tak apa. Okay, tak hilangkan pun tak apa. But if you hilangkan, you take everything times 2, times 2, times 2. Alright, like this. So that's the answer. Okay, so I need to erase because I need some space here. So you can pause the video now if you want to sign. Okay. So I'll erase it because I need to do this question. Okay? So I'll just erase it. Okay. Number 2. Ahmad took 4 minutes 20 seconds to complete the first kilometer. His speed decreases uniformly for each subsequent kilometer. And what does it mean here? So Ahmad, when he ran, right, in the first kilometer, he took 4 minutes 20 seconds. Alright? But on the next kilometer, his speed decreases. Because he said his speed decreases for each subsequent kilometer. It means he get tired, right? That's why the time increased. So he took more than 20 seconds compared to the time for previous kilometer. So let's write down the first kilometer. First kilometer, how much time he need? 4 minutes 20 seconds. What about the second kilometer? What about the second kilometer? Would it be 4 minutes 20 seconds? No. because he said his speed decreases and he took more than 20 seconds compared to the time for previous kilometer. So what I do? I take the 4 minute 20 seconds plus 20 seconds or minus 20 seconds. Plus 20 seconds or minus 20 seconds. Mesti lah. What? He took more than, so compared to the time. So let's think about this. He should get tired, right? So if he gets tired means the time taken to complete the kilometer should be, okay, his speed decreases. Maksudnya the time increases lah. Betul ke? Speed decreases, it means the time increase. Okay? The slower he gets, it means the longer time it will take to finish the kilometer, right? That's why he took more than 20 seconds. So what I do is 4 minutes. The 20 plus 20 is 40 seconds. So here I have to plus 20 seconds. Betul ke? He took more than compared to the time. Yeah. And then here will be plus 20 also. So it will be 4 minutes. 40 seconds plus 20 seconds is 60 seconds. Right? So this is the third kilometer. Let's change everything to second, so it's easier. So how to change to second? The 4 minutes I can times 60, so it becomes 240 plus 20. Okay, just convert to second. This also says 4 times 60 is 240 plus 40. And then here will be 240 plus 60. Just change everything to second. So here will be 260, here will be 280, here will be 300. Okay? So what is the A here? The A here will be 260 and the D here will be 20 because every time you plus 20 plus 20. Okay? So now what they ask, find the time taken to complete first 10 kilometers. I know some of you will do T10. Okay? I know some of you will think that this is T10, right? And you use the arithmetic progression, the TN formula for arithmetic progression. It's not T10, because when you find T10, you are only finding the time taken to complete the 10th kilometer. What they are asking is time taken to complete all 10 kilometers. It means that first kilometer is 260 seconds, second kilometer is 280. But the total time you have to plus these two together. Maksudnya you are finding the S10. So the SN formula is actually n over 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1b. And the n will be 10, the a will be 260. So 260, sorry. And then the n minus 1 will be 9, 10 minus 1 is 9, and the d will be 20. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. Okay, so you can use your calculator. So let me just take out my calculator here and calculate it. Plus 9 times 20, 700. And when you times 5, I think it's 3,500 seconds. Okay, did I do it correctly? Yeah. Okay. So that is how you do it. Number 3. Given that p plus 1 over 3, 6 and 3q are first 3 terms. First 3 terms, it means they are consecutive. Consecutive. What's consecutive? Berturutan. Like every time you do this state paper, it will get easier every time you do state paper because you will realize that the question is repeating. Okay? If you watch my previous video, like this one, we already do how many times? Later, ada banyak lagi soalan, betul? There's 25 questions. You will keep seeing me, repeating the same thing that I already repeat in the previous video because the more exercise you do, the easier it will get because they are just soalan sama saja. They just ulang the same question. Like this question, we already do so many times, right? Consecutive, right? It means that this is T1, this is T2, this is T3. It means they are consecutive, okay? Of a GP means geometric. It means that from T1 to T2, I have to times the number, let's call it a K. And from T2 to T3, you have to times the same number, which is K also. So express first term and ratio in terms of Q. Ada satu saja cara untuk buat, satu saja. Cara dia macam mana? Ambil T3 divide T2 sama dengan T2 bahagi dengan T1. Itu saja. 3Q over 6 equals to 6 over P plus 1 over 3. Okay, what is the difference between this question and the question that I do, I forget already which state, but I remember pernah buat soalan ni banyak kali lah in other state. Okay, you can watch my previous video. And what if I change this to arithmetic? Kalau arithmetic, you don't divide, you minus. You take T3 minus T2 equals T2 minus T1. That's all. That's the only difference. Itu saja. Okay, itu saja. Okay. I know this one you can darab silang, but before you darab silang, let's try to make the right hand side supaya dia jadi dua tingkat. Sekarang ada tiga tingkat. Faham maksud saya? Ada tiga tingkat means something over something over something. Let's jadikan dia supaya dua tingkat saja. Two level lah, maksudnya dua level, dua tingkat. So, sini boleh potong jadi Q over 2. Sini jadikan dua tingkat. Macam mana nak jadikan dua tingkat? 6 bahagi means 6 times. Boleh terbalik jadi 3 over P plus 1. So, you become Q over 2 equals to 18 over P plus 1. Baik? Sekarang baru you darab silang. Okay, sekarang baru you darab silang. So, macam mana? P plus 1 darab Q sama dengan 18 times 2 is 36. Okay? Okay. Yang Q ni boleh expand kan? Betul ke? I can expand this. Betul? But I will not expand it. You know why? Because now I want to find P. Because I want to find P. You know why? Look at the question. Express first term and ratio in terms of Q. It means they want you to find the first term. What is the first term? P plus 1 over 3. But they want in terms of Q. Maksudnya the T1 will be P plus 1 over 3, but the P I have to gantikan dengan in terms of Q. Sebab tu saya cari P kat sini. That is why I tak expand. Because I already planned ahead. I already know what the question wants. So, I tak darab masuk. I just leave it upside like this and pindah to the other side. And then my P is 36 over Q. My P will be 36 over Q minus 1. Alright? So, next will be what? Next will be finding the first term and the ratio in terms of Q. What is the first term? T1. What's the T1? P plus 1 over 3. But the P I substitute with that, right? But if you write here, the P is 36 over Q minus 1. Sebenarnya kita boleh cantikkan. Macam mana nak cantikkan? Make the denominator same, right? Samakan dia punya denominator. Macam mana? 36 ini darab Q, so minus Q. So, when you masuk this into here, you become 36 minus Q over Q. Over 3. Yang atas boleh samakan ke bawah jadi over Q juga. Sebab sini over 1. So, dia akan jadi apa? 36 minus Q plus, what is 1 times Q? Q. Negative Q plus Q is 0. So, it becomes 36 over 3Q. Boleh ke? Because it's 36 over Q over 3. It means 36 over 3Q. And when you potong here, you become 12 over Q. Alright, done? That's it. T1, so that's it. First term. And then ratio pula. Ratio means R lah, the common ratio. So macam mana nak cari R? T2 bahagi T1. Betul? So saya ambil apa? 6 divide by, okay, T2 is 6. The T1 will be P plus 1 over 3, but don't take P plus 1 over 3. They say in terms of Q already. If you put P plus 1 over 3 later, you get your answer is in terms of P. I don't want in terms of P. You put this one, 12 over Q. You put the one in terms of Q. So the answer will be, okay, what's 6 divide 12 over Q? It means 6 times Q over 12. Betul? So it will be, potong-potong, it will be Q over 2 lah. Agree? So the answer will be Q over 2 lah. Okay? So, this is the answer. So you can write here, T1 is 12 over Q, and the R is Q over 2. Okay? That's it. Okay, I need to erase. Okay, sorry. Okay, starting from question 4, I will not salin the whole question. So if you don't have this book, you can download the link in the description. Okay, so you can refer to the question when I'm reading the question. Okay, let me draw the diagram first. Sebenarnya tak payah lukis lah. Waktu exam nanti you don't have to draw this diagram. Okay, saya lukis sebab saya nak terangkan. Okay, that's why I lukis. So let's continue here. Diagram 4 shows the curve y equals hx. So they say this is a hx. Okay, so the straight line y equals -5 is a tangent. Oh, this is a tangent. So I should write the tangent here lah. Tangent. Okay, so find, given, this is the information they give you. H double prime x equals to 6, and then find the equation. Find equation when h prime x equals to 8 and x equals to 1. Okay, now I can just put my book aside. Now I can just focus on the question. So macam mana nak buat? Hx, h prime x, h double prime x. How to change from hx to h prime x? I differentiate. How to change from h prime x to h double prime x? I differentiate. How to change from h double prime x to h prime? I integrate. How to change from h prime x to hx? I integrate. Right? So, excuse me. Number 4. They say h double prime is 6, right? But actually, first of all, let's move all the info first. Let's write down all the info yang dia bagi. So h double prime is 6. Lagi apa info dia bagi? Find equation means what? Find equation means find hx lah. Okay? Or find y. Okay? Or y. They are the same. Okay? So find equation means find y. So this is the one to find hx. When h prime x equals to 8 and x equals to 1. But don't forget the secret information. Look at the diagram. There's another info and this info is very important. What info is it? What info can I get from the diagram? Can you tell me? What info? The turning point. The y coordinates of the turning point. Betul? Can you see this is the turning point? Walaupun you don't know what is the x coordinate, but you know the y coordinate. What's the y coordinate? -5. It means that the turning point would be something and then -5. Why is this important? Because I know if I want to find turning point, I can do dy dx equal 0. Betul? You can write minimum point also. Okay, because this is a minimum point. Okay, so this is all the info. Let's start with h double prime x 6. What I do here is I integrate so that I get h prime x here. Okay, so let's integrate h prime x equals to integrate 6 dx. So when I integrate 6, it will become 6x. And don't forget the dx you have to change to plus c. Right? Okay. 6x plus c. So I have to find the c, right? Betul? I have to find the c. So how can I find the c? When h prime x equals to 8, x equals to 1. So, what do you do? This is h prime x. So h prime x is 8, x is 1. So boleh dah letak. Betul? So 8 minus 6 is 2 lah. So what is your h prime x? 6x plus 2. But this is not what the question asks to find. The question asks you to find what? The question asks you to find. Okay, wait the question asks you to find equation. Find equation. It means find hx lah, ataupun y. Okay. So how do I find this? So saya kena cari hx lah. So how to find hx? Saya sudah ada h prime x. H prime x nak jadi hx. Saya kena integrate sekali lagi. So integrate sekali lagi 6x plus 2 dx. Okay, I will use this. So what's integrate 6x? 6x power 2 over 2. Integrate 2x. The x, don't forget to change to plus c. And this is hx. So hx will be what? Bottom 3x squared plus 2x plus c. Alamak, c ni macam mana nak cari? Macam mana nak cari? Boleh tak saya letak macam tadi, letak 1 year, 8 year? Boleh tak? Tak boleh, tak boleh. Sebab yang ni 8 ni h prime. Ini apa? Ini hx. So tak boleh. Boleh tak masuk point yang ni? Boleh tak? Boleh. Boleh kan? Boleh, boleh. Yes, boleh. Because hx memang ada passes through point yang ni. But sekarang my point is not complete. My point is not complete because I only have the y coordinate. Maksudnya the negative 5 sebenarnya boleh masuk dalam y coordinate sini, boleh. Tapi what about the x coordinate? Maksudnya saya kena cari sini dulu. Macam mana nak cari sini? Macam mana nak cari turning point? How to find turning point? You need to know this. Kalau nak cari turning point, you do dy dx equals 0. And in this case, what is your dy dx? Your dy dx is h prime x. Just take the h prime x equals 0 to find the x coordinate. So this is your h prime x. Just take this whole thing equals 0. Why equals 0? Because turning point. 6x plus 2 equals 0. X equals to negative 2 over 6. So the x is negative 1 over 3. So here will be negative 1 over 3. Excuse me. And the x coordinate is what? 3x squared plus 2x plus c. Hx, you put negative 5, here you put negative 1 over 3. I hope you understand why I'm doing this. It's because I want to find the c. Okay? Okay, this negative 5 equals to 3. Kena buat yang ada power dulu. Yang power mesti dulu buat dulu. So 1 over 9 here. Here will be negative 2 over 3 here. And here will be plus c. Okay? Let's erase this. Next will be what? Negative 5 equals to 3 over 9. 3 over 9 is 1 over 3. And minus 2 over 3 plus c. So the c will be negative 14 over 3. You can use your calculator. You can use your calculator. Feel free to use your calculator. Okay? So what's the answer? You tengok balik sini. Hx equals to 3x squared plus 2x plus c. So plus 2x plus c means minus 14 over 3. That's all. Okay, that's the answer. So, hope you understand. Next, I need to erase. Next question is number 5. You see? Nampak tak soalan ni? Sudah ulang. Number 5. So limit x approaching infinity 2x squared plus 3 over x squared minus 5x minus 1. In the Johor set, you already do this question. I still remember it's question number 6 in the Johor paper. So, bila you buat ini soalan, the more exercise you do, dia akan jadi lebih senang. Because the question dia akan ulang punya, okay? Dia akan ulang. Like this one is already ulang already. So if you got do the Johor set and you go watch the Johor video, you already know how to do this, okay? It's very simple. Macam mana nak buat? Saya nak tanya infinity ni boleh masuk. Okay, first of all, when you do limit, you have to make sure dalam ni tak boleh factorize. It means that dalam boleh factorize, you have to factorize first. So yang atas ni, I see 2 and 3, I cannot factorize. Yang bawah ni kalau you cuba pun tak boleh. Okay, memang tak boleh factorize. So kalau tak boleh factorize, baru you try to substitute this number. But how to substitute infinity? What is 2 infinity squared plus 3 over infinity squared minus 5 infinity plus 1? What is the answer? No one knows, right? No one knows. Like how to do this? Why you cannot do this question? It's because you cannot take a number plus infinity. You cannot take a number minus infinity. You cannot take a number times infinity. You can only take a number divide infinity. Okay? So what you do is, you try to jadikan supaya the unknown x berada at the denominator. So that when you divide infinity, you will get 0. Okay? So choose the x with the biggest power. What's the x with the biggest power? Power 2, right? So it's power 1. So biggest power, power 2. So everything divided by x squared, x squared, x squared, x squared, x squared. Kenapa saya buat macam tu? Because I know I can divide by infinity. So when I divide everything by x squared, it will become what? 2x square over 2x square potong, so 2 saja. 3 over x square tinggal 3 over x square. X square over x square is 1, potong dah. X and x square is actually 5 over x. Okay, sebab dia potong dari sini, so 5 over x. And then here is 1 over x square. Okay, kenapa saya buat macam tu? You see now I can substitute infinity because you can divide by infinity. You cannot plus infinity, you cannot minus infinity, you cannot times infinity, but you can divide infinity. Why? Anything divided infinity is 0. Okay? So it becomes like 2 plus what's 3 divided infinity? 0. Okay, I know there's a square here, but what is infinity square? Infinity square is still infinity, and 3 divided infinity is 0. Okay? So 1 minus 5 divided infinity is 0. 1, okay, infinity square is still infinity, so 1 is 0. So the answer is 2. Number 6. Number 6, it is given that y equals to 4x squared plus 3x minus 2. A, find the value of dx, and then x equals to 2. B, express approximate change in y when x change from 2 to 2 plus k, and this is in terms of k. Okay, let's do this question. This question is so simple. Okay, like how to do? Just do dx macam biasa lah. Differentiate 4x squared 8x, differentiate 3x 3, differentiate negative 2 0 tak ada place. But they say when x equals to 2, masuklah 2 when x equals to 2, and then divide dx equals to 8 bracket plus 3, so here is 2 lah, 19 lah. Set, itu saja. Next, express approximate change and small change, they are the same. When you see the word approximate change and small change means delta y. Okay, approximate change in y means delta y. In terms of k, when x change from 2 to 2 plus k, so x change from 2 to 2 plus k, it means this is the original value, and the x change from the original value to this value. So what I can do is I can find the delta x here. The delta x formula is very easy. You just take the number sini, tolak dengan number sini. Okay? Bukan ambil besar tolak kecil lah. Bukan ambil besar tolak kecil. You have to ambil the new value tolak dengan the original value. So the new value will be 2 plus k minus 2. 2 minus 2 is 0, so the delta x is k. And in small change, it's so easy. You just need to remember one formula. Dy dx almost equals to delta y over delta x. Itu saja yang you kena hafal. And what is dy dx? Okay, tak apa, biar dulu delta y nak cari kan? Delta y nak cari dulu delta y. What is delta x? K sini. Dy dx? Dy dx 19. Okay. So what is delta y? 19k. Done. Siap. Right. Thank you guys. Okay, this is the question. They say determine whether this graph has inverse or not, and give a reason. Like you see, this is like how to say, repeat already. You must say ingat. Like if you watch my previous video, this is the third time I'm explaining about this thing. Okay, the third time I'm explaining how to do this question. So the question sudah ulang, betul? It's the same question already. So how to do? How you want to determine whether it has inverse or not? Okay, first of all, there is 4 types of relation. There is 4 types. You have a one-to-one, you have a one-to-many, you have a many-to-one, you have a, okay, I should write many-to-one here, and then baru saya tulis one-to-many. Later you will know why. Okay, later you will know why. And then here is many-to-many. These 4 types of relation, 99% yang mana yang ada inverse? Yang mana yang ada inverse? Ini saja. Only one to one. Okay? Only one to one inverse has inverse. Okay? Only one to one relation has inverse. Maksudnya many to one, no inverse. One to many, no inverse. Many to many, no inverse. Okay? And macam mana you nak tahu whether is it one to one, like dia bagi dalam bentuk graph. So macam mana you nak tahu whether is it one to one or not? Kalau dia bagi dalam bentuk arrow diagram, senang nak tengok, betul? Like if I give you like this, you know this is a one to one, betul? But kalau saya bagi dalam bentuk graph, macam mana nak tahu whether is one to one or which one, right? You use the horizontal line test. Remember the horizontal line test? You just draw a horizontal line anywhere. And if the horizontal line intersect at one point only, maksudnya dia one to one. If the horizontal point intersect, like contoh macam ni, you intersect at 2 point, maksud dia is not one to one. Maksudnya kalau dia intersect one point is one to one, maksudnya ada inverse. So does this graph has inverse? Yes. So this, okay, let's ikut the question lah. This graph has inverse. And what's the reason? It's because only one to one has inverse, and this is a one to one. Because when you do the horizontal line test, doesn't matter where you draw it, you will only get one intersection point. So this graph is good, and the reason because this is a one to one relation. This is a one to one relation. Okay. There's another thing which is called the vertical line test. So the horizontal line test is for you to test whether it has inverse or not. Ataupun you can also say that the horizontal line test is for you to test whether it's one to one or not. Okay? What about the vertical line test? The vertical line test is for you to test whether it's a function or not. Because only one to one and many to one is considered function. One to many is not a function, many to many is not a function. And how you do it is you use the vertical line test. If you test the vertical line test, kalau ada 2 point means this is not a function. Kalau you test ada satu point, means this is a function. So make sure you really know what is the vertical line test, what is the horizontal line test. Like what's the difference? Okay. The difference is horizontal line test is for you to determine whether it has inverse or not. The vertical line test is for you to test whether it is a function or not. Okay. Actually, all these things that I said, I already say it. Okay, I'm just repeating what I said. Okay, because if you watch my previous video, you already know all of these things. Okay, I'm just repeating at this point. Okay, number 8. Sarah works as a salesperson at a supermarket. She earns a 2% commission over 5,000. So 2% commission for sales bigger than 5,000. Okay, so the bonus lah. Okay, this is the bonus. And then let her total sales be represented by X. So excuse me, Fx equals to X minus 5,000. Gx equals to 0.02 power X. This is 5,000. So X is the sales, total sales. Excuse me. A. FG or GF will calculate bonus and then reason. And then B, bonus if sales equals to RM 9172. Okay, again, I tak salin the whole question. Okay, I just salin like the important sentence only. Okay, so if you don't have the paper, you can refer to the description. Okay, but if you have this book, then you don't have to lah. Okay, so number 8, macam mana nak buat? Let's try to understand the question first. Let's try to understand the story. 2% commission for sales 5,000. What if her sales is 4,000? Tell me, if her sales is 4,000. Will she get the bonus? No, right? Because for sales over 5,000 only, you will get the bonus. If your sale is 4,000, then how much you will earn? 4,000. Just 4,000. No commission. No commission. But what if your sales is 5,100? Then you have commission. How much commission will you have? It will be 5,100, okay, plus with, okay, because they say for commission sales over 5,000 you get 2%. Maksudnya, you have to take 5,100 here minus 5,000, you get 100. And for this 100, you can darab 2%. And the number here is the commission you get. And then you take this number plus with 5,100. Macam tu. Boleh faham ke? That's how you calculate the bonus. Okay, let's tengok sini dulu. Fx equals to x minus 5,000, gx is 0.02 power x. And then they say fg or gf will calculate bonus. Like which one of these will calculate the bonus and give you a reason. So let's find out what is fg and gf. Right? Let's find out what is fg and gf. So what is fg? Okay, fg and gf, are they the same? Are they the same thing? No, right? No. What's the difference? Yang fg you buat g dulu. Yang gf you buat f dulu. Okay, that's the difference. So yang fg you buat g dulu. And what is g? 0.02 power x. And you know function f is x minus 5,000. And the x I just put in 0.02 power x. Siap? Yang ni will be gf. And then f buat dulu. So x minus 5,000. And here will be what? 0.02 times x. Okay, sorry. This is, the x is not the power, the x is like this. Okay, so it's actually x minus 5,000. Okay, now let me ask you a question. Which one of these will calculate the bonus? Which one of these will calculate the bonus? Okay, maybe some of you will say, bukan sama ke dua-dua benda ni? Okay, tak sama lah. Apa beza dia? Yang ini darab dulu baru tolak. Can you see? Yang ni darab dulu and then baru you minus. But this one, you minus dulu. Can you see the bracket? You minus dulu and then baru you times. So I want to ask you, if I want to calculate bonus, I kena ambil 0.02 darab dulu and then baru minus, ataupun minus dulu baru darab. Just now I give you an example here, 5,100. How to calculate the bonus? How to calculate the bonus? Minus dulu, betul? Because you are taking 5,100 minus 5,000, and then after that you get 100, dapat satu nombor, and then baru you tambah. Betul? Tambah the original one. Okay? Maksudnya, here you can write if not. Okay? So, maksudnya you kena minus dulu. So, this is the answer. So, calculate FG or GF will calculate bonus. You just write GF will calculate the bonus. Okay, they say give a reason, right? So you can write because. Okay, why is this? Why I cannot do this? Why I cannot just take this one times 0.02? It's because the sales you have to make sure the sales is over 5,000. Baru you can times 0.2%. So that's why you cannot times 0.02 first. You have to make sure the x is bigger than 5,000 and then you have to minus the 5,000 baru darab. Okay, baru darab. That is what. So the reason is because sales have to be over 5,000. Have to be over 5,000 to get bonus. Okay, or you can write to get the commission. Okay, so that will be the reason. Okay, so just now I made a small mistake when I explained this thing here. Because I said 5,100, you kilo here, and then this one plus this one. But actually you don't have to plus. Because you are only calculating the bonus. Maksudnya, you hanya minus saja and then times saja. Okay, you just minus. It means this one you just ignore only. It means that we don't have to plus the original. Okay, because we are only calculating the bonus. Okay, the bonus only. We are only focusing on the bonus, not the total. Okay, so we are only focusing on the bonus. Okay, this is the bonus. So tolak dulu baru darab. So minus dulu. That's why I choose this. B, you only need to calculate the bonus if the sales is 9,172. So how you do it? It's not using this. Okay, so what you do? You use the GFX formula. And the GFX formula, the x you just put 9172 here. Alright? And you already know the GFX is 0.02 bracket x minus 5000. And what is the x? 9172. And remember you minus first, right? Why you minus? You want to see berapa, because only sales over 5000 will get commission. So you want to see how much yang gain lebih. Berapa gain lebih. So you take 9172 minus 5000. Okay, I silap tekan. So it's 4172. But 4172 is gain lebih 4172 lah. So maksudnya yang ni he will get the commission, so times 0.02. So you will get what? 83.44. Don't forget to write RM please, because this is a price, right? So price mesti ada RM. So that's the answer. Okay, I'll erase it. Number 9. Number 9 here is what? Statistic, right? Okay. So number 9, table 9 shows the time taken by 20 employees. Okay, I will draw the table first. Here is time in hours. Here is factory A, here is factory B. So here is what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And here they give you the number of workers: 3, 2, 9, 2, 4, 2, 5, 7, 5, 1. Table 9 shows the time taken by 20 employees chosen from factory A. So factory A there's a 20, and then factory B chosen from factory A and factory B to result. Oh, maksudnya A and B total is 20 lah. Okay, so the results are recorded as follows. Find the mean and the standard deviation. So mean and standard deviation of time taken from A and B, and then which factory better. Okay, and then explain. Excuse me. Okay, so this is the question. Okay, macam mana nak buat? Actually, this is statistic. So for statistic, I cannot write like this for my mean. I have to write like this. Okay, this is a symbol for mean. So macam mana you buat? They want you to calculate the mean and standard deviation for factory A and factory B. So you have to do what dua benda lah. You have factory A, find out the mean and find out the standard deviation. And then for factory B, nanti you kena buat. Okay, so factory B. So factory A, how to find the mean? 3 plus 2. Okay, no. Because this is the frequency, class. Be careful, this is the frequency. So apa maksudnya 3 ni? 3 means the frequency. It means that for factory A it will be 5, 5, 5. Sebab 3 kali. And then 6 2 kali. And then 7, 7, 7, 7 and so on. Okay. So what you're doing is you're thinking, if you want to find the mean, you have to take 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 6 and so on. It means that you're taking 5 times 3 plus 6 times 2 plus 7 times 9 plus 8 times 2 plus 9 times 4. Divide, total frequency is 10. 3 plus 2 plus 9 plus 2 plus 4 is 10, right? Yeah. Wait, here is 5, 7 plus 4 is 11 plus 9. Okay, it's 20. Sorry. Maksudnya the 20 here is the frequency for A lah, I think. Okay. Betul tak? So right. Okay, betul. Okay, sini over 20. Use your calculator. 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 2 is 12. 7 times 3 is 63. 8 times 2 is 16. 9 times 4 is 26. So 142. Divide 20. 7.1. So set. So what about the standard deviation? How to find the standard deviation? The standard deviation formula is square root sigma x square over n minus mean square. Okay? So square root. Okay, can I just macam mana ni? I do it here lah, standard deviation. Sorry. Okay, for A, the mean will be 5 times 3 plus 6 times 2 plus 7 times 9 plus 8 times 2 plus 9 times 4 over 20 equals to 7.1. Okay, I'll just do it here, standard deviation. Okay, so erase this. Okay, standard deviation. The formula is square root. Atas is sigma x square, sigma n. Okay, n I know is 20. Minus dengan mean square. Mean is what? 7.1. Okay, saya nak tanya awak yang atas macam mana nak tulis? You salin saja daripada ni. Salin saja benda yang sama. 5 times 3 salin. And then salin. Okay? But you kena tambah square. Tapi persoalannya, you tambah square dekat mana? Tambah dekat 5 ke tambah dekat 3? Remember this class. Okay, I already do this with you in normal class. But I'm sure some of you already forget. Okay? Never ever tambah square at the frequency. Okay? Never tambah square at the frequency. No one tambah square at the frequency. So you tambah at 5 or 3. You tambah at 5. Because you're taking 5 square plus 5 square plus 5 square. Faham maksud saya? It means that you tambah square dekat 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bukannya tambah dekat 3. Tak ada orang tambah dekat frequency. No. Or some of you maybe you tambah at both. 5 pun tambah 3. No. Only 5 only. So that's all. Just tekan. Okay, tekan the whole thing lah. 5 square times 3 plus 6 square times 2 plus 7 square times 9 plus 8 square times 2 plus 9 square times 4 equals 1040 over 20 minus 7.1 square. Okay, tekan the whole thing. So 1040 divide 20 and then answer minus 7.1 square and then square root answer 1.2609. So 1.26095. So 2610. Okay? Jap. 26095. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is okay. So 5 sini tambah. So 261. Okay, so what about company B? So company B, same thing lah. I need to find the mean and the standard deviation. Okay, what will be the mean? 5 times 1 plus 6 times 5 plus 7 times 7 8 times 5 plus 9 times 2 over, okay, what is the total frequency? 10, 18, 20. So here. So what's the answer? Use your calculator. 5 plus, here is 30 plus 49 plus 40 plus, this is 8 this is 9. So 18. 9 times 2 is 18, right? So what is it? 142 divided by 20. Sama lah, betul? Ya, sama lah, 7.1. The standard deviation, square root. So, what is the formula? Formula sigma n square over n minus mean square. You already know the mean, You already know the mean is 7.1 square. Okay, the mean is 7.1. Yang atas ini you kena tulis salin saja, sama saja. Yang dengan ni sama saja. It's just that later you kena tambah square lah. Okay, but salin dulu, nanti kita tambah square. So sekarang kita tambah square. Saya nak tanya tambah dekat mana? You nak tambah dekat 5 atau tambah dekat 1? So remember, tambah dekat, never tambah at frequency. Okay, tambah at 5. So square. So just tekan. Okay. So 5 square times 1 plus 6 square times 5 plus 7 square times 7 plus 8 square times 5 plus 9 square times 2. So it's 1030. So it's 1030 over 20 minus 7.1 square. And when you keep calculate the whole thing, so answer divide 20 and then answer minus 7.1 square and then square root answer 1.044. Okay, now come back here. I already find the mean, I already find the standard deviation. So siap. Which factorial is better? And then explain. So which one is better? The mean is the same. 7.1, 7.1. Maksudnya apa? Maksudnya averagely, mean means average, right? Mean maksudnya average. So averagely, both factory, the workers in both factory, they take like around the same time to finish the work. But the factory A standard deviation is lower. Standard deviation is bigger, right? Because the standard deviation of B is lower, right? This is 1.044 to 1.26. So which one is better? Factory. So if they ask which one is better, you choose the one that standard deviation is lower. So factory B. And why? Explain why. Because the standard deviation is lower. Because the standard deviation of B is smaller. Okay? Why you choose the one with lower standard deviation? Because you see, repeat again. I'm already repeating what I said in the previous video. If you think about it, the Choon Hau video, first question. I already mentioned this, right? Standard deviation lower means more consistent. Okay? So that's why you choose the one with the lower standard deviation. Okay? So just remember one thing, okay? Low standard deviation means bagus. Okay? If they ask which one is better, it means you choose the one with low standard deviation. Okay, next question is number 10. This is also statistic. So let me erase this first. Okay, this is the question. Okay, so macam mana buat? First of all, let's do A first. So they say there's a 20 numbers. It means n equals to 20 lah. And they already mentioned that all are positive. Positive, okay? Means bigger than 0. And then they say sigma x minus mean square equals to n, and then sigma x square is n. Find the variance. What's the formula for variance? Sigma x square over n minus mean square. Ini formula untuk variance. Kalau standard deviation, you ada square root. Tapi variance tak ada square root. Okay, what is the sigma x square? Tak ada n. You can write n here. And then for the n here, you write 20. But mean tak ada. Okay, listen here. Sebenarnya, formula untuk variance is sigma x square over n minus mean square. Tapi ada lagi satu formula which is sigma x minus mean square over n. Okay? Formula ni kena hafal ke? Tak payah. Sebab sudah bagi dalam exam. So, if you tengok in front the formula, you will see that they give you two formula. So, I will use this formula. You know why? Because can you see this thing here is exactly the same here? So, what's the answer for A? Sigma x minus mean square over n. And bawah is 20 lah, n is 20. Yang atas ni just ambil n saja. Siap? That's all. What about B? B dia nak cari mean. So macam mana nak cari mean? Mean formula is sigma x over n. Tapi ada ke sigma x? Ada ke tak ada? Tak ada lah bro. So macam mana? It means you cannot use this formula. So how to do? Okay, tadi kan you sudah cari variance. Variance is n over 20 bro. And you know that in the formula for variance ada mean dalam tu. Maksudnya saya boleh guna variance n over 20 untuk tolong saya. So macam mana nak buat? Variance is 20. And I know the formula for variance is sigma x square over n minus mean square. Betul? And saya nak cari mean kan? So what is sigma x square? Sigma x square mana? Sini, n. Masuk n. And then what is n? 20. What is mean? Nak cari. So cari lah. So the mean is saya nak cari. Tapi sekarang dia negatif. So how to make it positive? Just move it to the other side. So you have n over 20 minus 20. So the answer is mean equals to square root the whole thing here. So you can actually, oh, question here. Variance and mean. M over 20. Okay, the one you find mean, right? So variance equals to 20. Sigma x square is n over 20 minus mean square. So mean pindah jadi sana n over 20. Oh, this one is n. Betul? Excuse me. The variance is not 20 lah. The variance is n over 20. Okay? How can the variance be 20? Sorry. Okay? Bila masa dia bagi tahu variance is 20? Tak pernah. Okay, sorry. The variance is n over 20. Okay, this is variance. Okay, silap. Sorry, silap. And then it will be right. Sigma x square over n minus mean square equals to n over 20. And for the mean, you nak cari. For the sigma x square, you just put n, right? For the n, you put 20. So what you do is you can find, jadikan the mean positive first, and then pindah jadi apa? N over 20 minus n over 20. Sambung here. Mean equals to square, jadi square root. Square root, the whole thing lah. What's the whole thing here? N over 20 minus n over 20. You can combine. It becomes n minus n over 20. So that's the answer. Right? So, let's do the next question here, number 11. Okay, I didn't salin the whole soalan. I just salin like the special information version. Okay, information and content version. But I will still read it. So, given that x and y are related by a non-linear equation, so this is a non-linear equation. How you know it's a non-linear? Because linear equation mesti ada dalam bentuk y equals mx plus c. Like this is not linear form. Okay, this is not linear form. So, explain how the values of h and k can be obtained if the x-axis is represented by 1 over x. Can you see I put like a star here? Why I put like a star here? Because that is very important information. So, how to convert this to a linear form? If you want to convert this to a linear form, you have to make the x-axis jadi 1 over x. So what you do here? Sini ada x tak? Tak ada. Sini ada x tak? Okay, ada. Sini ada x juga. So what you can do here? The square root x, let's say I try to change this to 1 over x. How to change from square root x to 1 over x? First, saya kena hilangkan square root. And after I hilangkan square root, I kena terbalikkan both sides. Betul? So, that is one way of doing it. But I won't do it like this. Okay? Tengok sini. K square root x. Square root x macam mana nak? It's actually 1 over square root x. Because if you tengok carefully, is the square root x. Square root x ada kat bawah. 1 over square root x macam mana nak jadi 1 over x? Just darab dengan square root x. Betul? Because when you darab dengan square root x, dia akan dapat excuse me. So what you will do is, you can darab dengan you bahagi dengan square root x. You bahagi dengan square root x like this. It means you times 1 over square root x. Because once you do this, you get 1 over x. Because atas darab atas, bawah darab bawah. So you know square root x and square root x is x. So dapatlah 1 over x. Okay? But what if you don't do it like this? You try to change this to 1 over x. Okay, I don't think you can do it lah. Okay, it will be very difficult. Okay, so usually try to plan ahead. Right, during your exam, try to plan ahead. Like which method you think is easy, or else you will waste a lot of time. So I already planned ahead, so if you plan ahead, it will save you a lot of time. So what you do here is, you try to take everything darab dengan bahagi dengan square root x. Faham maksudnya? Bahagi dengan square root x. So bahagi square root x, bahagi square root x, bahagi dengan square root x. Okay, the reason I do this is so that I can change this to 1 over x. Okay, so jadi apa? 3y over square root x. Square x, potong tinggal h saja. And what is square root x? Square root x is x lah. So can you see? I just put it out, so it becomes like 3y over square root x equals to the k over x I write in front and then plus h. But usually when we write in linear form, you have to make sure y equals mx plus c. So try to separate the x-axis and the gradient like this. So k1 over x. Okay? Is this the linear form? No, it's not a linear form. It's not a linear form yet. If you stop here, tak betul. Because remember, y-axis usually tak boleh ada number. So actually the 3 also you have to pindah. Jadi apa? Y over square root x equals to k over 3, 1 over x plus h over 3. And then this one is the linear form. But look at what the question wants. Explain how h and k can be obtained. It means that how to find h and how to find k. So how to find h and k? By using the gradient and y-intercept to help you lah. So we know already the k over 3 is gradient. So the k over 3 is gradient. And then what about the h over 3? The h over 3 is the y-intercept. Right? So okay, wait I need to refill. So the h over 3 is y-intercept. And remember, for the y-intercept, mesti guna y huruf besar. Okay? And then don't stop here, because they say how to find value of h and k. Means you have to explain how you can get h and k. So how can you get the value of k and h? So by taking the gradient times 3. And how to find h? By using the y-intercept, bahagi 3 jadi times 3 also. So y-intercept times 3. Siap? Okay, you can stop here already. Because they tak bagi pun gradient. Dia tak suruh pun you cari. They just want you to explain how to get the h and k. So this is the answer. Alright, next, number 12. Okay, number 12 is a let me erase first. Number 12 is a permutation and combination. So number 12 is get the value of NP0. The answer is 1. Okay? If you don't know why is it 1, you can try with your calculator. You can try tekan 6P0 or 7P0 or 8P0. You will all get 1. Okay? All of this will get 1. Okay, B. Okay, B this one I have to draw. So A, B, C, D. And then A, B, C, D, E, F. Number of triangles. By connecting 3 of 10 points. And then for the question 2, if triangles connected to A. Okay, this is the question. Oh, excuse me. I'm actually sick today, so okay. Next, how to do B here? Find the number of triangles by connecting 3 of 10 points. So it means that ada 4 points kat sini. So there's 4 points here. 4 points. Here is 6 points. So let's try to form one triangle. For example, it can be like this. Grid. So this is the triangle. Or it can also be like this. Or it can also be like this. It means that how many triangles I can form. Okay? So I want to ask you, by forming one triangle, isn't it from the 4 I choose 1 and from the 6 I choose 2? Betul? From the 4 point I choose 1 and then here I choose 2 to sambung it. I get one triangle. Betul? So it can be AAB, ABC, ACD, ADE, AEF, AAC, AA. You get the idea, lah. Okay, you get the idea. It means that from 4 I choose 1 and from the 6 I choose 2 and then I times. But it's not over yet. Because boleh juga saya ambil macam ni. Do you understand what I mean? Tadi yang ini is from the 4 I choose 1, from the 6 I choose 2 and then I sambung. So my triangle look like this. Okay, it looks like this. Okay? But boleh juga saya buat macam ni. You faham? It means that boleh juga saya ambil 2 point dari 4 point and then sini 1. So boleh juga saya ambil 4 choose 2 times with 6 choose 1. Okay, some of you will get confused with this times and plus. Like why sometimes you darab, why sometimes you plus. Kalau times sama dengan n, kalau plus means all. Okay, so you can either take 4 choose 1 and 6 choose 2, or right, or means plus, or the other option is you from 4 choose 2 and 6 choose 1. Macam tu. So kalau plus means all. Okay, so kira dapat jawapan. So 4C1 times 6C2 plus 4C2 times 6C1. So the answer is 96. So that is the answer for A. Okay, for question 2 here, let's continue. Calculate the number of triangles if triangles connected to A. Can you see that the A here is the big A? The big A. So how to do? It means the triangle, you cannot choose ambil daripada B, you cannot ambil daripada C, daripada D. So will it still be 4C1, 6C2? No, of course no. Because they say it must be at A. It means that you are not taking 4 choose 1. You are only taking 1 choose 1. Can you understand? Because from here, you cannot ambil daripada 4. You can only choose from A saja. Hanya A saja yang boleh pilih. Maksudnya A 1C1 times with 6C2. Faham ke? Faham lah what I'm doing? Because 4 here, you can only choose from A saja. So 1C1 times 6C2 lah. Sebab ada 6 sini. Okay? And from the 6 you have to choose 2. Sebab kalau you start dari A, dia mesti apa? Sini mesti ada 2 lah. Okay? Ada 2. It means 6 kena choose 2. Is that all? Is that the answer? No. Ada lagi. Ada lagi. Macam mana? Okay, the first is saya boleh ambil dari sini 4 choose 1 and then 6 choose 2. Tapi sebenarnya boleh juga saya ambil dari atas. I mean like this also can. Can you faham maksud saya? It means that the triangle is connected to A. It means as long as the triangle touch A, then dia kira. So actually like this can also. So tak semestinya macam ni. Okay, you faham lah maksud saya? It means tak semestinya all your lines is like this. It can be like this also. It means from the line yang atas ambil 2. From yang ni macam ni. This is also kena kira. Okay, kalau macam ni kita kena kira berapa? It means that kita boleh ambil A, B ataupun A, C ataupun A, D. Okay? Maksudnya saya kena ambil 3C1 times 6C1. Okay? Okay, let me explain here. Sebenarnya dia macam ni. Saya boleh ambil line atas choose 1, line bawah choose 2. Kalau line atas choose 1, line bawah choose 2, dia akan jadi macam ni. Okay? Atas 1, bawah 2. Saya boleh juga ambil atas 2, bawah choose 1 macam tu. This is also a triangle. So, kenapa saya tulis 3C1 here is because it's actually like this. Okay, it's actually A mesti kena pilih. So I mesti 1C1 already. So A is mesti 1C1 already. And then kalau saya assume that kalau saya assume saya nak atas ambil 2 point, maksudnya from these 3 I have to choose another one. B, C, and D I have to choose another one so that dia sambung. And then line bawah choose 1, so 6C1. So it's like this actually, and then plus together. So that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Okay? So let's hear and see what's the answer. Okay, that's the answer. It means that dia boleh atas pilih 2 point, atas pilih 1 point. This one is for atas choose 1 point. That's why it's 1C1, and then yang bawah choose 2, yang 6 choose 2. Okay, sebab dia kata connected to A. And yang ini is atas choose 2, and then bawah choose 1. So kalau atas choose 2, it will be A mesti kena dipilih lah, because they say connected to A. That's why 1C1. And then from the other 3, you have to choose 1, so that atas kena 2. Okay, and then bawah 6 choose 1 again. Because kalau sini choose 1 already, sini choose 1 already, nak cukupkan 3. The number here add together mesti sama dengan 3. See, 2 plus 1, 3. 1 plus 1, 3. 2 plus 1, 3. 2 plus 1, 3. Dia mesti cukup 3 so that it can form a triangle. Next, number 13. Okay, I erase it first. Diagram, okay, number 13. The diagram below shows a disk labeled with letters and 6 numbered cards. So this is a disk, and this is a number. Right, when the disk is rotated, the probability of getting letter A is 1 over 5. So probability of getting letter A is 1 over 5. The probabilities of getting other than letter A are equal to each other. Okay, maksudnya apa? What is the probability of not getting A? This one A prime means not getting A. It means 1 times 1 over 5 is 4 over 5. And if you see from not getting 1 over 5, ada berapa? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can take 4 over 5, divide 8 lah. So you get 4 over 5 divided 8, so it's 1 over 10. It means that the probability of getting not A is 1 over 10. 1 over 10, 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 1 over 10. It's just that this one is 2 over 10. Because A, can you see the size is bigger? Okay, the size is twice bigger, 2 times bigger. That's why it's 2 over 10. And 2 over 10 when you bottom line, you get 1 over 5. Right? So makes sense, right? Yeah, makes sense. Then 1 over 5, 1 over 5 is 2 over 10. Okay, next. Find the probability of getting vowel and odd number. So probability of vowel and odd. So what is the probability of vowel? Okay, we write down first probability of vowel and probability of odd. Tengah-tengah dia kena buat apa? N. So kalau N mesti okay? If N, odd times. If odd, you plus. Okay, so N mesti tak darab. So please make sure you know this. What's probability of vowel? Probability of getting vowel will be probability of getting So probability of A times probability of E. Okay, or lah, it should be or. Okay, or. So probability of A or probability of E or probability of I or probability of O. And kalau N you dah, kalau O you tambah. So what's probability of A? 1 over 5. What's probability of E? 1 over 10. Okay? Probability of I is 1 over 10 also. 1 over 10 also. Probability of O is 1 over 10 also. And if you add all of this together, you get 3 over 5. Okay? So probability of O is 3 over 5. Okay? I hope you can use your calculator. Boleh faham ke? Kelas? Dia nak cari probability of vowel. Tapi vowel ada banyak. Ada A, ada E, ada I, ada O. So, U pun ada. Ayo. So it can be either A or E or I or O or U. So remember kalau O kita kena tambah. So tambah dengan probability of U. And the probability of U will be 1 over 10. Alright? Sebab ada 10 sini. And then U is like 1 only. Tapi A special. Sebab A is not 1 over 10. It's 2 over 10. It's 2 over 10. That's why I write 2 over 10. 2 over 10 dipotong is 1 over 5 lah. Right? So you have to plus 1 over 10 again. So what's the answer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1 over 2 lah. So 1 over 5 plus 1 over 2 is 2 plus 5 over 10. So it's 7 over 10. So this should be 7 over 10. Okay? What is the probability of odd number? So odd number from this. So we have 1, 3, and 5 odd number. So 3 over 6. So the answer will be 7 over 20. But I think I did something wrong here. Sorry. Okay. Probability of A is 2 over 10, right? And then plus with probability of E is 1 over 10. Betul? Probability of I is 1 over 10. Probability of O is 1 over 10. I already write one extra. Okay? So, like this, like this, like this. Yeah, I already write one extra. So it should be 2, 3, 4. It should be 6 over 10. So it should be 3 over 5 here. So this is 3 over 5. So the answer should be, so the probability of vowel is 6 over 10. Divide 2 is 3. So potong. So it's 3 over 10. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. My bad. Okay, sorry. Okay, really sorry. Okay, I tertulis satu extra sini. So 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 10. And when you simplify, you get 3 over 5. So the probability of vowel is 3 over 5, probability of what is 3 over 6, you times that because n is 3 times. So you get 3 over 10. Okay, so boleh potong kan? 3, 2. Okay? Yeah. So that's the answer. Next is number 14. 3 power x plus 4 plus 3 power x minus 45. 3 power x minus 2. Show that this is multiple of 1 over 11. Oh, excuse me. So how to show that this is a multiple of 1 over 11? Okay, senang saja. It means that you have to combine all of this thing here. And after you combine, simplify it. Make it the simplest form. And after you simplify it, just make sure the number in front can be divided by this. Okay, tak apa kita buat sama-sama. Let's combine it first. How to combine? If you want to combine it, you have to make, how to say? You have to pecahkan. Like this one you have to pecahkan and then so pecahkan 3 power x, pecahkan jadi 3 over 4. This one, okay, this one cannot pecah already. 3 power x cannot pecah already. Okay, the 45 also tak boleh buat apa lah. Just leave it. 3 power x, okay, this one can pecahkan jadi times 3 power negative 2. Okay, maybe some of you will write divide here. Can also, but if you write divide, you don't put the negative. Okay? Because you know, kalau you write divide, it's already like 3 power x, you write 3 power 2. So base sama bahagi, the power will be minus already. So I will write times negative 2. But you want to write divide is also can, huh? 3 power 4, same way what? 3 power 4 is what? 81. Times with 3 power x plus with 3 power x minus with 45. Okay, what's 3 power negative 2? 3 power negative 2 is 1 over 9. And then times with 3 power x. So you get 81, 3 power x plus 3 power x. 45 and 9 bottom is 5. So it's 5, 3 power x. Can you see 3 power x, 3 power x, 3 power x? Saya boleh let 3 power x jadikan dia a. So it become what? 81a plus a minus 5a. What is 81 plus 5? 82. 82 minus 5? 77a. And don't forget, the a is 3 power x. So you have to change it back to 3 power x. So, apa soalan actually? Show that this is a multiple of 111. Sebenarnya, apa yang dia nak is, they want you to show that the number in front here can be divided by 1 over 11. So, boleh ke 11 bahagi 1 over 11? Boleh tak? So, siapa? Itu jawapannya. Okay, let me give you an example here. Let's say you do all of this. Okay, let's say the soalan want you to show that blah 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 is multiple of 4, right? Okay, contoh multiple of 4. And then you buat for the final answer you get this 24. Okay, dah. 4 power x. Contoh. Okay, so they want you to contoh lah, sini ada bagi satu soalan. And soalan is like this. And then you buat sampai last you write like this. And then they want you to show that it's a multiple of 4. So what do you do? It means that they want you to show that the number in front here can be divided by 4. So 24 can divide 4. Can, because 24 is okay, sekejap. Tak boleh ya. Okay, 6. Okay, so they want you to show that this thing here can be divided by 6. So what you do is you pecah dari 6 times 4 times 4 power x. And then 6 times 4 power 1 plus x. And put this in the bracket. So it means that you are showing that this number boleh bahagi 6. How to do? Because you know 24 is 6 times 4. So that's how you show it. Okay, kalau soalan dia tanya multiple of 1 over 11, it means you have to show that the 77 can divide 1 over 11. So boleh lah. Okay, 77 memang boleh bahagi 1 over 11. Because bahagi 1 over 11 means times 11. Right? Maksudnya semua number boleh times 11. Right? So, yeah. Because 77 is actually what? 1 over 11 times a very big number lah. It's like 847. Yeah. So boleh lah. So you just prove, you already proved that it's a multiple. Okay. Number 15. You just remember lah. Kalau dia nak show that like untuk soalan indices lah. Kalau dia nak show that it is a multiple, you just remember pecahkan semua and then gabungkan. Okay, itu saja. That's how you do it. Number 15 is a logarithm. Log b base 2 is x. Log c base square root 2 is y. And then express log, this one is base 8. 2, 5, 6 c square over b power 4. Okay, usually the question will give you same base. Like for example, base 3, base 3. And then what you do? You change it to base 3 lah. You change this to base 3 and then you buat. Betul? But for this one, dia bagi lain. Dia bagi sini base 2, sini base square root 2. And then yang tanya base 8. So, saya kena tukar base. But tukar to which base? I need to change to base 2 or base square root 2. Because ada both. Sebab usually ya, dia akan bagi base sama tau. Dia usually akan bagi base sama. And you know, okay, kalau both base 3, I need to change to base 3. But ada juga soalan yang macam tu. Like, walaupun you jarang nampak lah. Tapi, ada juga yang bagi base lain. Okay, kalau macam ni, what you do first is you look at the number. instead of looking at the base, you look at the number. So this is C, this is B. Can you see that actually I can separate this because single log divide I can change to separate log minus. So it becomes log 8,256C square minus divide jadi minus log 8B power 4. Okay, kenapa saya buat macam tu? Why I separate? Nampak tak sini in terms of C, sini in terms of B. So just now when you look at this thing, you don't know whether you want to change to base 2 or base square root 2. But after I separate it, you can tell me now, right? Because yang ada C tukar jadi base square root 2. It means that this one you tukar jadi base square root 2, and then this one you tukar jadi base 2. Kenapa? Sebab ini kan ada B, so B you tukar dengan base 2 lah, and yang ada C ni ditukar jadi base square root 2. So yang atas is 256 by C square. Here will be 8. Here will be B power 4. Here will be 8. Okay, maybe some of you is still confused, like why do you change this to square root 2? Why change to base 2? Tengok sini. What's log B base 2? X. Sebab jawapan, because the soalan ask you to write in terms of X and Y. So sekarang you faham lah. That means when you put the 4 here, you can potong this one and write X. Betul? What if you change this to square root 2? What if you change it to square root 2? Boleh ke? Boleh log B base square root 2 boleh ke? Tukar jadi X? Tak boleh. Right? Tak boleh. That is why yang ada B ni saya tukar jadi base 2. But yang ada C ni saya tukar jadi base square root 2. Because log C base square root 2 is Y later. So saya boleh buat lagi. So equals to what? Single log times the 256 and sequence their time, so times single log times separate log plus. So it becomes log square root 2 256 plus with log square root 2 C square. Nampak ke? Log C base square root 2, It's Y. Sebab tu lah saya tukar yang ni kepada base square root 2 and yang ni kepada base 2. Okay? Because I know this one is in terms of C. Okay, the 2 boleh letak depan. Over log 8 base square root 2. Okay, sebenarnya the 8 I can change to square root 2 because square root means power 1 over 2. Betul? And 2 power 1 over 2 power 1 is 8. 6. Betul? Because if you think about it, 6 and 1 over 2, bila dia darab dapat apa? 3. Betul? So dia akan jadi 2 power 3 is 8 lah. Tapi kenapa saya buat macam tu? So that the 6 I can letak depan and this whole thing I can potong. Because log square root 2 is 1. Okay, what about here? Log 2b, the 4 letak depan. So jadi log 4 log b base 2 over this here log 8 base 2. And the 8 I will not just leave it as 8. The 8 I will change to 2 power 3. So that here I can potong to make it the same lah. Okay, maybe you will ask, then why this one you don't change to 2 power 3? Because if you change to 2 power 3, you cannot potong. The base is square root 2. You have to make them the same. That's why I didn't change it to 2 power 3. I change it to square root 2 power 6. Okay. So it becomes over 6 here, over 3 here. Here will be 4x. Log B. Log B is x. Oh, excuse me. Okay, here will be what? Log square root 2. Okay, 256. Okay, log C is. Okay, so sorry. So log square root 2. So here also I have to change to base square root 2, and you know square root is power 1 over 2, right? So 2 power 1 over 2 power 1 is 256. I know 2 power 8 is 256. Betul? but I'm asking square root 2 power 1. Because I know square root 2 is 2 power 1 over 2. It means that here, what number I have to put here? I have to put 16 lah, correct? So that the 16 and 1 over 2 when you potong it becomes 8. So 2 power 8. So here I have to write 16. And the 16 I can letak depan and this whole thing I can just potong. So tinggal with 16 plus 2y over 6 equals to 4 minus 4x over 3. Cantikkan jadikan over 6 times 2 times 2. So 16 plus 2y minus 8x. Okay, actually you can cantikkan. Actually you can kecilkan because you see 16 over 6 plus, so pecahkan lah, right? 2y over 6 minus 8x over 6. Potong, okay, divide by 2 is 8, divide by 2 is 3. Potong is 3. Potong is 4 over 3. And then, gabungkan balik. So, over 3, semua over 3. 8 plus y minus 4. So, yeah. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, this one is 4x. 8 plus y minus 4x over 3. Number 16. Let's draw it up first. Diagram 16 shows a sector POQ with center at radius 10 cm. So radius 10, radius also 10. Okay, my diagram has something wrong already because the diagram should look like this. Okay, sorry. Okay, this should be the radius. So this is 10. Okay, arc PQ is 8 cm. And then A, they want you to find value of theta. B, they want you to find area of shaded region. Okay, how to do? When you see the word length of arc, you must think about the formula S equals R theta. And if S equals to R theta, the S is 10, the S is 8, and the radius is 10. And I can find the data, 8 divided is 0.8 radian. No need to convert because they want you to write the answer in radian. So that's the answer. Next is area of shaded region. First you find the area of sector, and then you minus with area of triangle. So here is 90, here is P, here is O, this is Q, and the triangle is ROQ. So ROQ. So what is the formula for area of sector? 1 over 2 r squared theta, and the radius is 10. And what's the theta? 0.8. So the radius is 10, the theta is 0.8. But what about triangle here? I only have this side. So how? For the triangle, you can either use 1 over 2 times base times height, or you can also use the formula 1 over 2 AB sin C. Because you actually know the angle here. So the angle here is 0.8 radian. But let's convert that into degree. So 0.8, right? This is 0.8. So 0.8 radian, if I want to change the degree, I can times 180 divided by 3.142. So it equals to what? 0.8 times 180 divided by 3.142 is actually 45.8307. And the angle here is 45.8307. Just now I said you have two choices. You can either use 1 over 2 times base times height, ataupun 1 over 2 AB sin C. If you use the formula 1 over 2 times base times height, you need to find here and here. You need to find sini dengan sini. Dua-dua kena cari. So both also you don't have. So that you can put 1 over 2 times this times this. But you can also use the formula 1 over 2 AB sin C. Alright? Okay, I will use this formula. Why I choose this formula? Because if I use this formula, I already have the 10 and the included angle. I just need sini saja. But if I use the 1 over 2 times base times height, I need to find 2. Saya kena cari dua benda. But if I use the 1 over 2 AB sin C, saya kena cari satu benda saja. So that's why I choose to use the 1 over 2 AB sin C. But if you use the other formula, you get the same answer. So 1 over 2 times 10 times with this length. And how to find this length? We use trigo. This is hypotenuse. This is opposite. This is adjacent. So you have the hypotenuse and actually adjacent. You have the angle. So AH you use cos, right? So plot, right? So you use cos. Cos what? Cos 45.8307 equals to adjacent, which is OR, and hypotenuse will be 10. So the OR will be up. So you get cos 45.8307 times 10. So it's 6.9678, and that will be the OR, 6.9678. And don't forget to times the sine angle, and the angle kena buat dalam degree ya, kena ambil dalam degree. So 45.8307. So the answer will be right. 40 minus, okay, this one is 0.5 times 10 times 6.9678 times sine 45.8307. 24.9895. So 40 must answer 15.0105 cm squared. Okay, what if you write 15? What if you write 15? What if you write 15? Wrong. If you write 15 wrong, salah. Okay? Because your answer should be at least 2 decimal place. So you should write 15.01, at least like this. Okay? But usually I will just write 4 because just to be safe lah. Okay? But you remember cannot write 15. If you write 15, it will be wrong one. Okay? So please be careful with the decimal place. Okay? Next. Okay, let me tambah sikit. Like this one area of triangle boleh, kalau nak ambil 1 or 2 times base times side boleh juga. It's just that you kena cari dua benda. You kena cari sini, you kena cari sini. Alright? So I don't prefer it. Because if you use the 1 or 2 extension, you kena cari satu saja. Alright? And how to find this? Just use trigo. Right? Cos equals to adjacent or hypotenuse. You already have the hypotenuse. Okay? So that's how I do it. Number 17. 17 is what? 17 is trigo. Ayo, this one already same also lah. This one almost every year. Okay? This is like the 3rd time I explained this already. Okay, this is kind of ketiga juga. Okay, so A ni actually cos 90 plus alpha. B is tangent to alpha. Okay, this is alpha. Okay. Okay, so if you watch my previous video, you already know this thing here. Okay, you already hear me explain so many times. Okay, this is like the 3rd time or the 4th time I explained already. It's so simple. Okay. I mean, it's not simple lah. Okay, it's not easy lah. Okay, but if you repeat it so many times already, it should be easy already. Okay. So I will repeat the same explanation again. Okay. The only reason you cannot do this question is because you tak lukis. Itu saja sebab. Okay. The only reason you cannot do this question is because you tak lukis. Okay. So tolong lukis. Okay. For the, if you got watch my previous video, I say the same thing also. Okay, I also say the same thing. Tolong lukis. Kalau you tak lukis, you tak boleh buat. Okay, you can go watch my previous video. Okay, you will hear me explain the same thing. So, bila you lukis tu, you kena tengok quadrant yang mana. This is quadrant 4. 270, 360 is here. Here is 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. So it's somewhere here. And the theta will be here. Tarik towards X. Walaupun the angle is outside here, sebenarnya you tengok daripada angle sini because you ambil angle towards X. So cos alpha is t, t means t over 1. So the adjacent is here, t. The hypotenuse is 1. So can I find the opposite? Yes. Square root 1 square minus t square. And then square root 1 minus t square. So this is the answer. I mean this is the length here. Okay, A they want you to find cos 90 minus theta. Sekarang baru you boleh buat. Lepas lukis baru boleh buat. But you tak boleh. Kalau you tak lukis, you tak boleh buat lah. Senang saja. Itu saja sebab dia. So cos 90 plus theta alpha. You need to use the formula lah. Okay. Remember you learned about the addition formula. So cos A plus minus B equals to cos A cos B minus plus sin A sin B. Okay, this formula is given in the exam. Okay, so you have to use this formula. What is the meaning by plus minus minus plus? It means kalau sini plus, sini minus. Kalau sini minus, sini plus. Okay, ini plus kan? So later sini saya kena tulis minus. Alright, so it will be cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Okay, but please don't write like this because your A is 90, so you should write cos 90 and B is alpha. And sin A sin B means sin 90 sin alpha. Okay, like this. Because A is the depan and B is here. Right? So this is your A, this is your B lah maksudnya. Okay, what's cos 90? 0. Zero. Betul? Sini 1, sini negative 1. Okay? So cos 90 is 0. What's cos alpha? Cos alpha is addition of hypotenuse. So what's the addition? T. What's the hypotenuse? 1. So T over 1 is T. And you have to always consider quadrant. Add sugar to coffee. So in the fourth quadrant, cos kena tambah negative ke? Tak payah. Because in the fourth quadrant memang cos positive, so tak payah. Minus. Sebenarnya you boleh use ni, right? Cos alpha you already know is T. So you boleh use it. Okay, sin 90, 1. Okay? If you don't know why is it 1, macam ni. Ini 0, 90, 180, so sini 90. So sini 1. So 90, 1. Betul? So sin 90 is 1. Sin alpha, opposite over hypotenuse. What's the opposite? What's the opposite? Square root 1 minus t square. What's the hypotenuse? What's the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse is 1. So 1. But consider quadrant. So add sugar to coffee. So sekarang kita cari sin. And in the fourth quadrant only cos positive. So you kena tambah negative sini. So you divide 0 times t potong. So tinggal square root 1 minus t square. Okay, the negative hilang already because negative is positive already. So the 1 and 1 also potong already. So this is the answer. So number 18. So number 18, check lah. Ada B lagi. Okay. So soalan B is tangent to alpha. So you have to use the formula again lah. Okay, so which formula you use this time? You use the double angle, right? Double angle. And the double angle is 2 tangent alpha over 1 minus tangent square alpha. Okay, this formula is also given in the exam. Okay, but usually you should memorize it. Okay, you should memorize it. Okay, so I already memorized it. So that's why I already know how to do it. Okay, so 2 tangent and then 1 minus tangent square means like this. Okay, it means that tangent times with tangent. It means that the tangent square lah. Okay. Okay, so tangent means opposite addition. Opposite addition. So what's tangent? Opposite square root 1 minus t square. What is the addition? Addition is t. So here's t. Here do the same thing. Square root 1 minus t square over t. Don't forget to consider quadrant. Add sugar to coffee. So in the fourth quadrant only cos positive. So you have to tambah negative di depan. Okay, that's all. So atas dulu, what is it? 2 times this, so you get negative. Okay. Okay, tak apa, kita buat dulu negative 2. This one is over t, right? So square root 1 minus t square. Okay, yang bawah 1 minus. Okay, actually this one when you square it, you atas kena square, bawah kena square juga. So bila bawah square dia akan dapat t square. Yang atas square 1 minus t square is just 1 minus t square because the square root akan hilang. Okay, square root and the square they will cancel each other, and the negative also hilang because negative square they become positive already. So it become what? Negative 2 square root 1 minus t square over t divided by this yang bawah. Yang bawah I samakan dengan bawah. So this is over 1. So I can darab t square. So what's 1 times t square? It's t square and minus 1. Minus jadi plus ni. This. Okay. Negative 2 square root 1 minus t square over t divide many times. Terbalik. So when t square, so dia akan jadi t square atas, and then yang bawah is 2t square minus 1. T square plus t square is 2t square. T dia potong, so tinggal negative 2 atas darab atas, bawah darab bawah. So negative 2t square root 1 minus t square over 2t square minus 1. Siap? Okay, so that's the answer. Okay, sekejap. 2 tangent opposite over addition. Okay, let me check the answer and see. Okay, sekejap lah. Saya simak jawapan. Number 17. Okay, the answer is different. Huh? Okay, did I make a mistake here? Okay, the answer is like this. The answer is like this. Okay, but my answer is a negative. Okay, wait, let me think about it. 2 tangent. So tangent is opposite of addition, right? Fourth quadrant memang kena tambah negative, right? So negative. So the negative is here. Okay, and then negative 2. Okay, I think this is my answer. Okay, I'll stick to my answer. Okay, I'll stick to my answer and say this is the correct answer. Okay, but maybe I made some careless mistake. Okay, if I perasan later, then I will write my mistake in the description. Okay, but I think I did everything correctly. Okay, tak apalah. Okay, let's just move on lah. Okay, let's move on. Kalau ada silap, saya akan betulkan dalam. I will put it in the description. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, number 18. 18 is a probability distribution. A random variable x has a normal distribution. Okay, mean 60, variance, and then px bigger than 61 equals to 0.3121, and then standard deviation. Okay, ini soalan dia. Macam mana nak cari? You already see the word normal. So normal, use the table. So mean is 60. Okay, variance tak lagi. And then they say this, and then nak cari standard deviation. So kalau you nak guna table, you mesti tukar jadi z. And how to tukar jadi z? 61 minus mean divided by standard deviation. Because 0.3121. Remember, variance is not important in this chapter. Variance is not important. Okay? We only care about the mean and standard deviation. So what is 61 minus 60? 1. So 1 over standard deviation equals to 0.3121. Okay, 1. I know 1 divided by standard deviation, but how to divide? You don't even know what is standard deviation. Maksudnya you kena cari in reverse. Maksudnya you kena let C equals to 1 over standard deviation, and then PZ bigger than C equals to 0.3121, and then you have to locus. Because you don't know whether you C is positive or negative. So it can be here, it can be here. Bigger than means you shade ke kanan, macam ni, here and here. So the area of shaded region is 0.3121. Which one do you think makes sense? The big one or the small one? So which one? You know 0.3125 is smaller than 0.5. So you actually should take this one. It means your C is positive. So PZ, your C is positive. So if your C is positive means you can terus tengok jalan. Alright? So how to tengok? You have to tengok in reverse now. You have to find 0.31. You have to terus cari. So look at your terror. So 31. Okay, I already found it. Is 31. Okay, it's exactly 3121. So it's at 0.49. 0.49. Okay, you don't have to tengok sini lah, because you don't have to minus anymore. It's already like tepat. So it's 0.49. Kena tambah negatif ke? Tak payah, right? Because you already test, right? You already know it's positive already. But if it's negative, you have to tambah negative, Okay, next will be what? 1 over standard deviation. Okay, don't forget the C is 1 over standard deviation. So 1 over standard deviation equals to 0.49. So what's the standard deviation? I think it's 2 point something lah. Okay, 2.0408. Okay, if you write 2, betul ke? Salah. If you write 2, confirm salah. Okay, you should write at least 2.04. Okay, like this, maybe 31. Okay, but usually if you want to be safe, just write 4 lah. Okay, just write 4. Okay, done. Number 19. Oh, excuse me. I'm a little bit sick today, so okay, number 19. continue. Number 19. Number 19 is distribution. So Muthu has taken 3 shots in the shooting practice. The probability that Muthu strike the target is P. And then X represents the number of times, blah 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 blah. Diagram shows the graph, blah 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 blah. Okay, A. Express probability of striking more than one time in terms of G and H, and B, find probability of striking. Okay, this is the question. Express the probability of striking more than one time. It means px bigger than 1. Just from the diagram, you can already know what is the px0, px1, px2, and px3. What is px0? G. What is px1? H. What is px2? 54 over 125. What is px3? 64 over 125. But they want probability of more than 1. Maksudnya px equals to plus px equals 3, betul? So what's px equals to? 54 over 125. What's px equals 3? 64 over 125. Salah. Look carefully. In terms of G and H. So if you do it like this, you will get an answer. But the answer will be wrong. Why? Because your answer is not in terms of G and H. So it's wrong. You cannot do it like this. So if I want px, it means that you have to take these two add together. But you can also take 1 minus G minus H. So this should be the answer. Okay? Because they want in terms of G and H. B. Find probability of striking. It means they want you to find P lah. So how to find? You use the px equals to 3. Okay? Okay, later I'll tell you why I choose this one. Why don't choose this, or choose this. Okay, later you understand why. Okay, what's the formula for binomial distribution? NCR P power R Q power N minus R. So it will be 3C3 and then bracket 64, 125. Here will be power 3, here will be power 0. And here is what? The probability of success, and here will be probability of failure. Alright? Can you see this and this like potong? So divide dengan P power 3 equals to 64, 125. And P is cube root 64, 125. And P will be 4 over 5. Okay, let me explain why I use px equals 3. What if you use the px equals to 2? Okay, what if you use px equals to 2 equals 54 over 125? Can you get the answer? Okay, let's try. 3C2 bracket 54 over 125. Here is P power 2 and here is Q power 1. Boleh potong tak? Tak boleh. So macam mana nak buat? Okay? Susah lah. Tak boleh buat. That is why I choose px equals to 3. You know why? Because I know I can potong. Because once I potong one unknown, it becomes more easier to me. Like this one how to do. You want to find P, but in your equation under P under Q. And the Q here you have to change to 1 minus P. And then you tak boleh potong. So it's actually not recommended. Like I don't advise you to do it like this. So you just remember, kalau you nak cari benda dalam sini, you choose the one yang boleh potong. Because 3C3 boleh potong, Q power 0 boleh potong. Okay, that's why I use the px equals 3 to find. Okay, okay, let me erase. Okay, let's go to the next question, number 20. What is number 20? Locus. Connect geometry. So P13, Q25. A move. Distance from Q is thrice distance from P. Find equation of locus. Okay. about first you have to let the moving point jadikan dia xy dulu. Okay, so what is the moving point? It's not P, it's not Q. Okay, it's A. They already said A is the one moving. Jadikan dia xy. Kenapa jadikan dia xy? Sebab dia move. It means that the point is not fixed. It's not like P is like 1, 3. It's not fixed. Dia move. Dia gerak. So dia tak tetap. Right? Point dia tak tetap. So that's why we call it. We just name it xy. It means x ni boleh jadi apa-apa pun, y boleh jadi apa-apa. Such that the distance from Q, it means that AQ is 3 times the distance from P, so 3 times the distance of AP lah. And some of you you write QB here, and I don't understand why. Okay, I don't understand why. Okay, why you write QB here? Read carefully. A move such that the distance from Q is 3 times the this times 3 like that. So A from Q is 3 times A from P, like this. Not QP, this is wrong. So you need to use the distance formula here. So distance, what's the distance formula? Square root x minus x squared plus y minus y squared. X minus x squared plus y minus y squared. So here will be AQ. So AQ. You know A is xy already. Okay, here A is xy. So AQ. So x minus 2, y minus y. So AP. X minus 1, y minus 3. So square both sides. Square both sides. So it becomes like the square root and the square they cancel each other. So hilang. So tinggal dengan x squared minus 4x plus 4. Jadi y squared minus 10y plus 25. Okay, what is 3 squared? 9. And then here will be x squared minus 2x plus 1. Here will be y squared minus 6y plus 9. X squared minus 4x plus 4 plus y squared minus 10y plus 25 equals times dalam masuk expand. So 9x squared minus 18x dalam 9 plus 9 dalam 9 9y squared dalam 9 54y dalam 9 81. Now you have to susun, and when you susun you have to write what first? You have to write x squared, and then you have to write y squared, and then you have to write x, and then you have to write y, and then the last thing is the number. This is the correct susunan. But if I move the 9x squared here, dia akan jadi x squared minus, so dia akan jadi negative. So I don't like it. I don't like negative. So don't move it here. Move it there. So it becomes 9x squared minus x squared, so it's 8x squared. 9y squared minus y squared, minus jadi minus, so it's 8y squared. 18x, negative 18x minus 4 jadi plus 4. So what's negative 18 plus 4? Plus minus 14x. Okay, negative 18 plus 4 is negative 14. Negative 54y, here is negative 10y, but when you move it becomes plus 10. What is negative 54 plus 10? Negative 44. And then the number is 81 plus 90. 81 plus 9 is 90. 90 here. 25 plus 4 is 29 here. But when you move it, it becomes minus 29. So what's 90 minus 29? 61. So the answer is 8x squared plus 8y squared minus 14x minus 44y plus 61 equals 0. Can you simplify this? Can you divide? Can you kecilkan? Cannot. So that's the answer. Given A is 2h, 3h, B is 2n, n plus 1, C is mn, and then they say what? C divides AB in ratio 1:3, and then express n in terms of n. Okay, that is the question. So how should I approach this question? How to do this question? This is coordinate geometry lah. Okay. So macam mana nak buat? C divides AB. So who's in the middle? Who's in the middle? C. Because they say C divides. C is the divider. So this is A, this is B. Okay, yang A dengan B ni terbalik pun tak apa. Okay, it's just that the middle one you have to get it correct. The A and B terbalik pun tak apa. So if I draw it out, you can imagine, right? So 2H, 3H. So C is what? MN. B is what? 2M, N plus 1. So C divides AB in the ratio 1, 3. So 1, 3 or 3, 1? 1, 3 or 3, 1? Read carefully. C divides AB in the ratio 1, 3. It means here is 1, here is 3. Not 3, 1. It's 1, 3. Because they say C divides AB. Nampak tak dia kata A dulu? Maksudnya CA 1, CB 3, like this. Express n in terms of n. So what you do, you have to darab silang. Remember? Like this. So how to find point C? The middle one, the middle one point C. So the formula is what? Remember darab silang. So 3 times 2H, 3 times 3H. So 3 times 2H, you write here. 3 times 3H, you don't go and write here, right? The 3H is the y coordinate. So y coordinate, you place at the y coordinate. So 3 times 3H, you write here. And then 1 times coordinate B. So 1 times 2m, 1 times n plus 1. So the 1 times 2m you write here, the 1 times n plus 1 you write here. Okay, kenapa saya tak tulis 1 times? Because 1 times 2m is 2m lah. 1 times n plus 1 is n plus 1. Divide the both ratio tambah 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1. Okay, don't forget you have point C, right? What is point C? N. So here over 4, here over 4. So what is it? 6H plus 2n. And here what is it? 9H plus n plus 1. Okay? So x coordinate and the x coordinate you can compare. So n equals to 6H plus 2m over 4. And the other one? N equals to 9H plus n plus 1 over 4. So the y coordinate and the y coordinate and the x coordinate and the x coordinate. But what the question wants? Express n in terms of n. I mean, they want you to find n equals, right? So I know this is n equals already. Betul? Okay, wait betul ke saya buat? Alamak. Sekejap. Okay, betul. So, saya nak cari n. Maksudnya, okay, yang ini jadikan hilangkan fraction. So 4n equals to 6h plus 2n. And then 4n plus 2n is 2n equals to 6h. So I know n is 3h, right? N is 3h. Tapi saya nak n in terms of n. Maksudnya for the h here, I need to masuk something lah. I need to masuk yang benda yang ada n. Maksudnya saya kena cari h sini. I have to find h in terms of n here to substitute inside here. So that at the end I can get n in terms of n. So how to find h? Same lah, samakan fraction. So 4n equals to 9h plus n plus 1. So find h, right? So how to find h? 4h minus 9 is negative 5h equals to n plus 1. So h divided by negative 5. So n plus 1 over negative 5. Okay, the negative actually you nak tulis, you nak darab atas pun boleh. So you can tulis negative n minus 1. Okay, so masuk lagi. So the answer is negative 3n minus 3. So that's that. Saya dapat silap ke? 6h plus 2m over 4 equals to 9h plus n plus 1 over 4 equals to n. 4 times n is 4n, 2n, 6h. Okay, betul sini? Sini betul? Ayo, Choon Hau, ini n lah bro. Sorry ya, ayo. 4 times n is 4n. Saya tulis h, so silap. So sorry. Okay, sikit saja. Okay, sikit saja saya salah. Okay, just here. Okay, 4n equals to 9h plus n. So 4n minus n is 3n here. Then 9h plus 1. But I want to find h. So 9h equals to 3n minus 1. Okay, because I want to find h, right? I don't want to find n. I want to find h. So I will put it here. So h is what? 3n minus 1 over 9. And then baru you masuk ini. So 3n minus 1 over 9. So 3 and 9 potong is 3. So the answer is 3n minus 1 over 3. 22 is vector. Let's erase it first. Okay, apa soalan? OP is R8, OQ is 26, OR is S-4, PQR collinear. Express R in terms of S. Awak perasan tak satu benda like in the state paper they always like to ask like this, like express something in terms of something. Okay, express like this. Okay, so make sure you really master this kind of question. So how to do? PQR are collinear. Maksudnya apa? If here is P, here is Q, here is R, it means they are a straight line. Collinear means segaris. So what if I potong line QR ni, I letak atas ni. These two lines will be what? It will be parallel, right? So untuk soalan parallel vectors collinear, I already explained also banyak kali lah, right? In the previous video I sudah banyak kali. Okay, so you can write vector PQ equals to vector QR because they are parallel. But here you have to tambah some unknown here. You can tambah anything. Okay, I'll tambah lambda here. Okay, but what if you write PQ equals to lambda PR? Can also. Okay, it means that from the PQR you can choose any dua pasangan. You choose two pasangan, any two. Okay, it can be PQ, PR, atau PQ, QR boleh. Okay, both also you get the same answer. Okay, so what you do, PQ masuklah. Okay, PQ you tak ada, tapi you can jadikan dia PO plus OQ, right? And then the QR you can jadikan dia QO plus OR. Sebab you tak ada QR tau, but you have QO and OR. That's why. Okay, PO what is it? Kalau OP is R8, so what is PO? Negative R, negative 8. OQ you have is 26. Lambda, okay, what is QO plus OR? QO is what? OQ is 26, so what is QO? Negative 2, negative 6. OR is what? S negative 4. So it becomes negative R plus 2. Atas tambah atas, bawah tambah bawah. Negative 8 plus 6 is negative 2. And lambda, okay, you should put a big bracket here. So it becomes what? Negative 2 plus S atas. Negative 6 minus 4 is negative 10. The lambda dah masuk. Okay, this one actually you can, okay, negative R plus 2 and negative 2. So lambda dah masuk, so negative 2 lambda plus S lambda. And then negative 10 lambda here. So it will be what? Atas sama dengan atas. So negative R plus 2 equals to negative 2 lambda plus S lambda. It means that you ambil coefficient of I and you compare. Right? This is the coefficient of I and this is the coefficient of J. Okay? So coefficient of J will be negative 2 equals to negative 10 lambda. Okay? Ini kan IJ. Betul? Ini dalam bentuk IJ kan? It's just that kita tulis dalam bentuk matrices. Okay? Dalam bentuk translation. But it's actually IJ. Okay, so what you do here? Okay, sini ada banyak unknown. Ada R, ada S, ada lambda. That's good. So let's do here. So I can find here 2 over 10 is 1 over 5. So the 1 over 5 I can put inside here, right? Okay, so it becomes negative R plus 2 equals to negative 2 lambda plus S times lambda means lambda times 1. Alamak, sorry. Negative R plus 2 equals to negative 2 lambda plus S lambda. And the lambda is 1 over 5, 1 over 5. Yeah, I just write it here. Negative R plus 2 equals to negative 2 over 5 plus S over 5. So, express R. So, R equals. So, how to find R equals? Negative R plus 2 equals to. Okay, here I will change to over 5. Atas jadi negative 2 plus S. Good. But I want R only. So, let's move the plus 2 jadi minus 2. So, negative 2. Sebenarnya negative 2 plus S you can write it like this also. It's the same. And then minus 2. So dengan jadi negative R equals to S minus 2 minus 10 over 5. Because that's over 1 times 5. So times 5. Like this. So I get 10. And the last and then here we get s minus 12 over 5, and then the last step will pindah the negative. Okay, the negative will pindah dengan jadi apa? Negative s minus 12 over 5. So what's the final answer? 12 minus s over 5. That's the answer. The negative when you taruh masuk, it will become what? Negative s plus 12. And actually you can write the 12 in front also, like this. Okay, so that's the answer. Okay, hope you understand. Next question is number 23. 23. Okay, I need to erase. Number 23 is coordinate geometry. This one easy lah. Y equals rx plus 4. Okay, it's not coordinate geometry, sorry. This is actually quadratic. Okay, class, listen here, this is very important. Actually, you have to remember this, okay? Kalau dia bagi equation of curve and equation of straight line, okay? Doesn't matter dia intersect ataupun tak intersect, whether they got intersect or not, you always do simultaneous, okay? So let's do simultaneous. Jadi apa? Like the y here, you masuk into here. So it becomes what? X squared minus 4x plus 5 equals to rx plus 4. Okay, means you do simultaneous, you substitute. Okay, you use substitution. So you get x squared minus 4x, pindah minus rx plus 5 minus 4 is plus 1. And then you tukar jadi x squared plus, sini x plus 1 equals 0. So when you take out the x, it becomes negative 4 minus r. Okay? Now you get a new equation. Okay, but why? Kenapa saya buat macam tu? Okay, listen. It doesn't matter whether they got intersect or not, or the line only intersect one point, or the line tak intersect. Tak kira lah macam mana pun, you just remember. Kalau dia nak, if they give you a equation of curve and equation of straight line, tak kira dia ada intersect ke, tak intersect ke, ataupun intersect one point ke, all of this cara dia sama. The first step, semua cara dia sama. The first step is do simultaneous. After you do simultaneous, you get a new equation. Starting from here, it will be different. Starting after you do simultaneous, you combine these two equations. You look at how many points. Kalau intersect 2 points, you do b squared minus 4ac bigger than 0. Kalau 1 point, you do 0. Kalau tak intersect, you do smaller than 0. Because they say does not intersect. So I do smaller than 0. I repeat again because this is very important. Tak kira lah kalau dia bagi equation of straight line and equation of curve, tak kira lah dia intersect ke, tak intersect ke, intersect 2 points ke, tak kira. Doesn't matter. Does not intersect ke, we always do simultaneous. After combining these two, starting from here it will be different. Kalau dia kata does not intersect, then you do b squared minus 4ac smaller than 0. Kalau intersect at 2 points, then bigger than 0. Kalau intersect 1 point, then equals 0. So b is negative 4 minus r, a is 1, c is 1, smaller than 0. What is negative 4 minus r squared? First you take negative 4 squared, 16. And then you take negative 4 times negative r times 2. So if negative 4 times negative r is positive 4r, times 2 is 8r. And then negative r squared is just r squared. And the minus 4 smaller than 0. So you get r squared plus 8r, 16 minus 4 is 12, smaller than 0. Because this is a quadratic inequalities, it means that later you have to, kalau quadratic inequality you have to lukis, right? And you kena lorekkan, betul? And when you lorekkan, you kena tengok sebaris sebelum let. So let what? Let y equals to r squared plus 8r plus 12. Then when y equals 0, r squared plus 8r plus 12 equals 0. All I'm doing is just changing the inequality sign to equal. That's all I'm doing. I'm just changing this to equal. Okay? So bracket, so r 6 times 2 plus r is negative 2, r is negative 6. And when you do case, you have to put a smaller number here, so negative 6, negative 2. And mana yang kena lorekkan? You tengok sebaris sebelum that. Okay, sebaris sebelum that is actually this sebaris. So smaller. Smaller means it's here. So how to write the range? The range of values of r is, r has to be bigger than negative 6 plus 2. It means in between. vector tanh. So this is velocity, okay, velocity of boat. So equals to tanh j. The velocity vector for current and the speed of wind against the boat is, so let's write down velocity for current, river current is what? Oh, excuse me, 3I plus 7j. And then for speed of wind, velocity, excuse me, for speed of wind is negative 6I minus 4j. Okay, wait, let me think about this. A resultant okay, this is the question. Okay, so now what? Okay, A, they want to find resultant velocity of boat. So resultant velocity of boat. So I know that the original velocity is tanh j. Okay, it's supposed to move at tanh j. But when you move at the river, there is a friction. Okay, there's like a water resistance. So you have to include the river and the speed of wind. So what you do is you have to plus these two things. Okay, so the tanh j you have to plus with 3I plus 7j, and you have to plus with negative 6I minus 4j. Alright? So if you look here, this is positive 10, this is positive 3, positive 7, and this is minus. Alright? So let's think about this. Right? If you read at the question, it says that the velocity vector for the current of river and the speed of wind against the boat. Maksudnya, usually when if this is a river and if the current is flowing this way, I think the boat should be moving towards this direction also. So I think this is what it means, right? It's moving towards this direction. That's why you have to take tanh j plus with the current, because you can see this is positive, positive, positive. That's why it's from the same direction. But the velocity for speed of wind is negative, negative. It means that the wind is against, is like, how to say, is the opposite direction. Okay, it's the opposite direction. So maksudnya sini kena minus ke? Okay, tak perlu. I think tak perlu, because the minus they already put it inside for you. Because remember, velocity is a vector quantity, and in vector quantity, they already put in the direction inside for you. It means that because you know vector quantity means dia ada magnitude and ada direction. So saya rasa lah sebenarnya you just add all of this. That's all. Okay, just take this one plus this one plus this one. You don't have to care about opposite direction kena minus. Actually no need already, because the vector quantity they already consider the direction. It means kalau you nak tanam negative, kalau you nak minus pun they already put inside for you. So you actually just plus on. So 3I minus 6I is negative 3I. 10 plus 7 is 17 minus 14 is 13j. B, the one you find unit vector. Unit vector formula is 1 over magnitude times with the vector. And first you need to find the magnitude first. How to find magnitude? You already have the ij, so how to find the magnitude? Just take the number negative 3 square plus 13 square. Okay, so it's 9 plus 169. So it's square root 178. So here is square root 178. And the vector will be negative 3i plus 13j. So that's the answer. Okay, that's all. Okay, kalian nak dalam masuk n also, so it becomes negative 3i plus 13j over square root 178. Okay, can also. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, next. Okay, the last one, right? This is the last question, right? 25. Okay, this is I think this is a quadratic. Okay, let me erase first. 25 is there's a diagram, so I'll draw a diagram. So there's a person here, and then his hand is like going up. There's a ball here. Oh, okay. Diagram 25 shows the movement of a ball that was thrown by Eddie. Okay, so this person's name is Eddie, and then he throws the ball. Okay, his height is 3.5 meter. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, where got people? Where got human height 3.5 meter? How tall is that? 3.5 meter. Okay, 3.5 meter. Wow, it's like 3 times taller than me. Okay, but it's just a question. Okay, so the ball will reach a maximum height, and the maximum height is 8 meter. Okay, the maximum height is 8 meter. And this is point A, and they say point A, the distance here is 3 meter. Okay, the ball is thrown at a height of 3.5 meter from the ground. The ball achieved maximum height of 8 meter at the horizontal of 3 meter. Write the quadratic equation which represents the movement of the ball. So you know the maximum height already. So what is the maximum height? The maximum height is, please don't tell me 8. The maximum point is what? Is 3, 8. It means that you can imagine the origin is here. Okay, the origin is here. And then this is the y-axis, and this is the x-axis. And here will be the origin, here will be the 0, and here will be 3, because the pattern here is 3. And the height here is 8. That's why the maximum height is 3, 8. So actually, if you want to form an equation, right, that's what they want to form an equation, right? So write a quadratic function or quadratic function. So I should write fx because it's a quadratic function. Okay, I know quadratic function, you can write it like this. But let's write it in vertex form because you already know the maximum point. So actually it's way better if you write it in this form here, like this. Okay, here should be PQ because you already know the maximum point is 3, 8. So if the maximum point is 3, 8, you can put inside here and write negative 3 here plus 8. Because you know the 3, the number here when you take it out, you have to tukar the sign, you have to change the sign. So when you masukkan, you have to change also 3 getting negative 3. And then the 8 don't need to change like this. And now I just need to find the A. And how to find the A? If I want to find the A, I just have to substitute the x and fx inside. So I just need to substitute when x equals something, fx equals something. But you cannot substitute any point. You have to substitute a point that the line passes through. Okay, kau mesti masuk point yang ada passes through. So can you tell me any point yang ada passes through in this? Can you see any point? Except 3, 8 lah. Except 3, 8. You know why you cannot use 3, 8? Because if you put 3 here, imagine you put 3 here. 3 minus 3, 0. 0 square, 0. 0 times A is 0. I want to find A. So if you jadikan the A 0, then macam mana? So you cannot find A if you use this point. So you cannot use this point. So any other point yang ada passes through. Sini ada bagi ke? Tak bagi. But wait, sini ada bagi kan? Because they say the ball is thrown at the height of 3.5. Maksudnya here will be 0, 3.5 lah. Okay, so I can, when x equals 0, then x equals 3.5. So it will become 3.5 equals to A, 0 minus 3 squared plus 8. 0 minus 3 is negative 3 squared is 9, so 9A. Plus 8 then minus 8. What's 3.5 minus 8? Use your calculator. 4.5. Then divide by 9. Negative 1 over 2. So what is the final answer? Fx equals to A is negative 1 over 2, and then x minus 3 squared plus 8. So that is the answer. Okay? Actually, you don't have to write it in general form because the soalan pun tak suruh you to write it in general form. So you leave it like this is cukup bagus lah. Okay? But actually you want to expand also can lah. Okay, but no need lah. Okay, just leave it like this. Alright, that's all for the Penang paper. Okay. The next paper will be